All right. This is a it's a video that I'm making to once again talk about and testify about what's happening to me. Uh, as a target individual, they're supposed to make you accept these things. They're supposed to make you subscribe to these things. Uh, I just want to talk about how they've created a reality of their own, right? Which they know is not truth. It's just what they've created and put together, and they're supposed to make you accept these things, right? You see them, and you see these people's life right now consists of creating this reality they've created. These people continuously try to call you a pedophile, try to make you feel this stimulation toward kids, continuously, when in reality, they're just projecting. They might not be actual pedophiles, but they are at this point, have sold their soul to pedophiles. They do the pedophilia type of torture. There is an issue with pedophilia in these agencies. I'm not going to let them live the fantasy they've created. The people who are really in charge of this intelligence community have issues with pedophilia. Now, if they've created this fantasy in their mind that they're protecting the community, or when in reality, of course, they're not protecting the community, especially but not by doing what they're doing to me. This is not. They know that I'm far from a threat to anybody in this community. Matter of fact, I mean, like I'm probably would I'll be more protective of the community than like they don't see me as an actual threat in a sense, but their assignment is to create these false narratives, right? Their assignment is to create this fantasy they've put together, this nastiness. It becomes so disgusting. But their job is that's what this program is about. It's about to make somebody lose their mind and make them be not like just disturbed non-stop. You know, yesterday I went out and whatnot, and it's funny because there's cases. So I I will go like to the elevator, and there'll somebody come out, and I'm looking at this person. And it's just it's a girl, right? It's a female, and I'm like I know I'm gonna be tormented because I don't looking at this person is like, how old is this person? Like, to me, I looked at one person, she looked like she was maybe like young adulthood. I'm not, like, but no, the thing is that these people couldn't even do the same, right? They just created this gaslighting method where they want you to be out of touch with reality, right? This is the reason, like, they want you to guess people's age. And when you get up, and some for some of them, they look like, like young adulthood. I'll give, like, who like, I cannot. And then one point is like, this person is holding this like drink, so people that young don't drink. It's crazy. And then there's other ones that like look like in their 20s, and and then obviously there's the babies that they obviously look like kids, and it's just. But what I'm trying to say is they are gonna try to make you lose your stuff, your mind. They're gonna try to make you lose your, like, literally just make you lose yourself, lose your mind completely. Um, One thing that they were doing is like bringing up a reality they've created themselves. I remember going to a what is it? Going to a date with somebody, right? There was this perp that sat diagonally from me. This perp looked like some young, maybe like teenager or something like that. I'm sorry about the language. They're making me say things. I'm trying to not curse. Some young person. I don't know how young. I don't know if it's teenage or something, like maybe some around the late teen or something. Like, at least that's what she appears like, teenage. Like, but I'm not even looking at. I just see her as like she's just trying to be an agitator. She's trying to agitate me. She's trying to annoy me, and she was annoying me. She was just like, I was like, oh my gosh, she's just annoying in person. I was on a date with I said, I think I've talked about this before. I was on a date, and this person sitting almost across me, like diagonally. She was just making noise campaign. She was by herself. It's one of those dates where you go to have like this like painting, like drinking and painting and listening to music, that kind of date. But she was there alone, right? While I was with my date, sitting across me. and she had like her earpiece, and she was just talking and making noise and annoying, and as they would, of course, this disturbingness continues. It happens everywhere, right? You just try to block it out, and as I'm trying to paint, they will do this disgusting thoughts of disturbing things, right? And when that will happen, she'll start making noise, like, oh my gosh, like start screaming or saying things just to kind of, just kind of making the noise campaign they do. That goes with when they put the thoughts. When I mean nasty, is the pedophilia things they put in my head. That's the disturbing nastiness. That's not, the pedophilia stuff they do. And she would make some noise, and it was just, and they do that because they want you to feel guilty for the things they do to you. Like they force you to have these disturbing thoughts, and they make noise. Oh my gosh, what was that? What, like it's just pure gaslighting, basically wanting you to accept those thoughts as yours. And so she was just really annoying. But I kept going with the date. I'm on a date. I'm drinking this music, so things are. I'm kind of enjoying the moment a little bit. There's good music. There's the date, the painting, and this perp continuously try to do things to get him attention, right? And at one point, this music, so she starts singing a little bit, and her voice is not that bad. She's not like a bad singer. It's not, it's okay, right? It's pretty okay with a singer, and I'm listening to the music. She's singing a little bit, she's painting on the other side and she was singing a little bit, and I was like, oh no, the voice is not bad. Anyways, I'm continuing on my date. I'm talking to my date. I'm painting, and I'm immediately I hear her say, "I'm 15 years old," and I'm looking at her as like, "What?" And all of a sudden, first of all, who cares? Like, I'm not even. Nobody's interested in you. If anything, this person was agitating. She was just annoying. She was annoying to her the whole. Just to see her just talking to herself on with the not talking to herself, but having the earpiece and talking, and like she was just annoying person. And now they're like, and then of course, what happened is when she said her age, oh my gosh, they started stimulating me. I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna start doing things to me. That's how it goes. Underage, they start stimulating me. This annoying individual at first became something else to me. It became like things became stimulating immediately after. And my date, being the perp that she was like, "Oh, hey, look at her painting, look at her painting," because she wanted me to look at her, and they can do the things to do. So I look back and I whisper, "She's only 15 years old," and she looks back and she's like, "You deserve it, right?" And throughout the rest of the dates after that was just disgustingness. I mean, they were trying to force me to look at her in a sexual way. I knew like the feeling was just like I could, like they were making me feel feelings that are not organically happen. Like the things that make me feel. And this kid would try to make herself be seen by, because there will be like a group of like 40-year-old women there, and they will talk about me and my date. They'll be like, "Oh, you guys look good together," and I'll talk to them. "Oh, thank you, thank you." You think I should continue to be with her or something? And she'll come. This 15-year-old, now that she says she's 15, she'll be like acting like she's interesting because she wants to be in my eyesight so they can do their things. And throughout now, they're like, "Oh my god, you wanted her," and in my mind, they continuously put her like. That's why I take pictures, because in my mind things are just different than reality. They kind of create their perception. Even then, I was like they were creating some perception, but at least it's like in real time, it's kind of different. But when it comes to the memories, it becomes something else. They're trying to make her in a more interesting, pleasing way to me in my mind. Like the way they change my perception is crazy. Now, in real time, they were doing their thing. That's why they want to look at it. But at the, I didn't want to look at this person, and they tried to do something to me. I didn't want to look at this person, uh, but um, but I knew it's like they're doing these things. I can feel it. They're doing this because she says she's 15 now. They're gonna stimulate me, as they do. They do this thing where they do they stimulate you. They get you to feel things, sensation. Something in your brain is just activated or like turned on, and they can do that. And so immediately from the person that I detested, not even detest, somebody I didn't like, that was annoying and just not the perp, just agitating me, just annoying. talking to herself, and like just being like annoying. As soon as she say 15 years old, they start making me feel some disturbing stimulations and whatnot. Now, these people, because they create their reality, they're trying to say, oh yeah, no, no, you see, that's proof you're attracted to her. This annoying person, when they know it's them forcing me to feel these ways. Literally, my dates, I tell her she's only 15 years old. You know what she respond to me? She deserve it. My point is, they know what they do. That's why she was like trying to make me. But the thing happened after she said her age. That's when the stimulation started. That's when the perception started. These people are low life pedophiles, right? You know, they like to say, I'm their pet. Listen, I know you're just the bottom feeders that feel empowered, right? This intelligence community entities are empowering trash like them, and they want to minimize you and dehumanize you. But the idiots that they are, they don't understand. They're working for people who are filled with pedophiles. But on top of that, you're trying to force somebody to become a pedophile. That's your life, and then you'll die doing these things. You'll die having done these things to people. Trash. I rather die this way than having to live life, try to make somebody subscribe and to be stimulated toward kids, and then try to make them believe that this is them organically, and say, oh, we're going to win because this technology is going to override you, and this personality we've created in your mind is you. So these people create their own reality, which is what they've created, what they've manipulated, and now live off that, when the truth, the reality is they actually are these pedophiles. They are those people. Not in the sense that they're pedophiles in the sense of like they do things to kids or they want to be with kids. There's people, of course, within these people that they are like that, and also, of course, the intelligence committee has shown that there's a bunch of pedophiles in these agencies, right? For sure. You, they're pedophiles because they're trying to make you become a pedophile. They're trying to make you be a pedophile. They can get you to perceive, react, see things in different disgusting ways. And they did that with that kid that was just an annoying teenage like she was just annoying as it gets, just like agitating. It's just annoying. But I'm not gonna stop saying anything else. But the thing now is, like, when I go outside and I look at people and they try to make me subscribe to this, and they look at me like just intensely. I want to look at them like, do you understand that I know what you guys do? You guys are not only trash and pedos, but torture children and women. The manipulation, the mind games is the mind games. You play with people's brain is disgusting. But who you've done this to, how you do this, the fact that you torture children is disgusting. 2 seconds ago, they brought back a thing they did to me. I was, as always, what they do is to make me feel disgusting things toward kids, little kids, not like teenagers, but babies, right? Literally, like 3, 4 years old, or babies, or like disgusting. And there was this ad on this commercial, on Chase commercial, where there was like a father holding his baby and his little girl and boy, and the way they made me feel this thing was so disgusting, so disgusting. And they're like, no, that's how you would see it when you were a kid. I'm like, I'm 30-some-year-old man. Listen, I will never subscribe to these nasty pedophilia things, and I will never let you live your fantasy. You sold your soul to pedophiles, and now you're here telling me I'm not a man. I rather die than do what you do. And to all my target individual, never subscribe to these things. These trash are trash. They'll tell me how I'm gonna lose my teeth and all that. It's like, this is the thing they do even to children. I'd rather die. And I will never, never, never even give you the satisfaction of you thinking that I've subscribed to this nastiness that you manipulate my brain, that you do to my brain, that you make me experience. They're disgusting shit. And they'll be properly reimbursed for that. I don't have to worry about that. But I'd see them for what they are, just the tools, to just the people that employ. They're just contracted. They're not really the people ahead of this, but for them to think I'm gonna let them live their fantasy, never. So to all my target individual, no, understand this. These people create their reality, and then live off this created reality. They take a lot of time creating this reality to create and manipulate things in these ways. That's their job. And then they want you to accept this false reality in regard of who they want you to be. So be strong, it's tiresome, but you gotta be strong in that sense that try do not let these people tell you, these people who are renowned for the peripheral type of torment, try to make you accept these things. It's like people who, like, imagine people who are just this back and there's like testimonies of this trash doing the same thing to people, and they're like, oh, no, 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 but listen, we'll tell you, this is you are nothing, you are like, you look at who's talking to you. I'm nothing. What are you then? You're trash that is involved in a program that's done so much horrible things to not only men but children and women. You're the bottom feeder and you're cowards doing things behind the doors of, and then try to claim they use trash like this. No self-respect, and try to make dehumanize you using this different tone of voices and try to make you accept this nastiness. Where they're ran by pedophiles, pedos, and try to find ways to make you accept these things. A lot of it is manipulation and creation. They made it themselves. Others is just one, like, they're just nasty. Well, they came and speak about, I'm not even gonna say that, but they are filled with pedophiles, and they want you to be a pedophile, and they do everything possible to try to make you accept these pedophilia things that they make you experience. So be strong and don't subscribe to this. However they paint you, whatever they try to make you accept, whatever things they try to pick here and they try to figure out how we can make this look like this. Like, do not subscribe to it. Be strong and know that you're better than them. And you die with honor and dignity, and they have to live doing these nasty things. It's comfort, right? It's comfortable for them. It's cowardly too. It's bottom feeder too. It's trash and it's pedophilia centric. Some of them are like, oh, I'll frame you. Please continue to live this life and see how this thing comes back to you. So, I'm a target individual. Stay strong and never subscribe to these things.